You gotta give it up for George Farah.
Dan, this is a guy that took a couple of bullets to the chest, and he's here for a second Mr. Olympia.
Sean, as the story goes, he survived as an innocent bystander being shot 3 times in the stomach during a 1997 robbery attempt, and this is just his 3rd year as a pro, and he's actually more than held his own. He's added some size, and he's actually one of the more confident guys out there, Sean.
Well, Dan, you got to remember, too, a year ago, this guy was training in the gym, and the whole machine came down on his head, and it had to be stapled shut. So just to get back here is a feat amongst itself. Qualified by getting 3rd at the Charlotte Pro. I predicted the guy was never going to make it back here just for the bad luck the guy was having, but heck, getting here for the 2nd time, he didn't come the easy route.
Well, he comes in at 5'6", weighs about 215 contest weight. This is his 2nd Mr. Olympia. I know George, we spoke to him before the show. He was thrilled to be back here. He was like a kid in a candy store.
Yeah, and he's got a few things that are working against him, Dan. He's not one of the bigger guys. He's not known for his symmetry. But you know what? When he hits the poses, he hits them properly. And that is, he's able to hold his own against some of the other guys that don't know how to hit those poses properly.
Well, he is regarded for one of the better back double biceps among the smaller guys, and he actually has some real nice lines, and through the midsection, obviously he suffers from the remnants of that scar from his incident, but if you're able to look past that, you'll see George has a fairly balanced physique.
Well, I'll give him credit. Just credit being a former national champion. He's a lot better now as a professional than he ever was as an amateur, and you know what it takes, Dan, to try to get to this level of competition and earn that pro card. I mean, the nationals are deep. I know at the USA there was 300 competitors in that show alone. Here we've got about 20 of the best in the world, and George Farah is amongst them.
Well, we have a capacity crowd here at the Mr. Olympia. The fans have packed the house here at the Orleans, and backstage the guys are continuing to warm up to make their way out. You will see the top 15 perform, and we'll bring all that to you here live at the 2005 Joe Eater's Mr. Olympia. This is the 40th edition. You are watching George Farah. Sean, I got to ask you, we talk about the structural differences. George has very nice lines. He doesn't pack a ton of size.
No, but he's here, and that's the most important. There's a lot of bodybuilders out there at home watching George Farah on television right now, wishing they could trade places. So he's done enough with what he has to work with, and he's legitimately one of the top bodybuilders in the world, regardless of the lack of genetics.
And that's a great point. This is not only the World Championships of professional bodybuilding, but it's also its all-star game. And for a lot of these guys, it's not about coming here to win a standout trophy. It's about just arriving here and having that opportunity to compete on this stage.
Remind you, this guy comes from war-torn Lebanon, former home of Samir Banu, and he's posing in front of over 5,000 fans and thousands of people watching at home.
And there are a few guys who have more fun at what they do.
George Farah.
The pride and joy of Lebanon, now living in Rochester, New York, George Farah.